show you, but it's getting two-tone Wimbledon white and a what is it? Brimwood green, which was a Ford, early Ford color.
Okay.
And so we've got the engine coated in that, and then the Wimbledon white. But Wimbledon white is more of a creamy white color.
Right.
Yep.
Which one's your car?
Card. Actually,
You run the jumper,
none of the above. We just got back from a huge trade show, so I had all my cards stacked up. But I will give you one.
Write your name on the back of one.
Yep.
Put on back them up.
You find a box card for me on other cards somewhere. Oh, at the show? I ordered some. Okay, 10-4. That's crazy. We just got back from a huge show, but yeah, I will give you some information.
And then, if you can, I'd love you, doctor, if you could look at the patient.
Yeah, no, I will walk out there with you, no problem. Yeah, just give me a second.
Let me see if Kyle has one in the back.
Insurance work only.
Yep. Yeah. Yep. And we do a lot of work with them back and forth because of that. So.
And then she said, "Go out there." She handed me the Auburn Cruise Night thing.
Oh, right.
And then I went down to Smitty's, and he said, "Well, look, I think you should go to a upholstery shop and just have them take the mat out and wire wheel whatever you think. He doesn't think it's that bad."
Yep.
And I said, "Well, yeah." And they said, "Get yourself some goop and you put it in there." I said,
"No,
okay, I don't do this.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't have the time for this."
Yeah. You're like, I want somebody to be able to make it to where it's good.
Because I got to go to work.
Right.
And okay, call me when it's done.
Right.
That's all I'm saying. So this is my sad story.
Okay.
It's 1980. Here it is. Only got 100,000 miles on it too.
So basically starting from the bottom going up. So ultimately at the end of the day, we'd be putting new factory style rubber mats in it. So you want to restore it like it was stock. Right? So factory rubber mats back in it, new door seals, redo the seats where it has the factory, the style that's in here. There's one company that's out of Richmond that does all original remake if you want that.
I'd be happy with what I saw in LMC for this.
Yep.
And for the seat.
Okay, some of the stuff you can buy right out of the catalog.
I figure I could buy all that and bring it to you.
100%.
You put it in.
Yep, 100%.
The floor mat LMC does not have with a hole for the shifter.
Yep.
So I'm not sure if it's the right mat anymore.
Gotcha. So a lot of times what they'll do is they won't put a hole for the shifter because they were either 2-wheel drive or 4-wheel drive, and they were either column shift or floor shift. So basically what happens is you take this old mat out, I index where that hole's cut, I don't ruin your mat and make sure it's in the right spot, and then put your mat in. So that's basically the deal, yeah. So you have to trim that section out.
You'll pardon the sexual entendre, a nice snug hole for the shifter.
That's right.
Thank you, sir.
Exactly.
That's as far as I'll go.
We all like it tight.
It's Friday.
Nobody needs to see the gaps, right? So, but yeah, basically same deal.
Do you do rubber around the windows?
100%. We can do all the brand new seals. We can do the door felts. We can do the wing window seals.
These everything. Come with this.
Yep, on the inside of it, stapled to it.
Right on. Okay.
And then the exterior, they're held in by clips. Pretty straightforward. We don't usually recommend. So here's where you say inside to outside.
Yeah.
Usually, when we do a restoration, we go outside to inside. And the reason why is because I have to pull all these door panels off, all this stuff to be able to get the glass out, to get these seals out, to be able to get to these trim sections. And if I go inside to outside and I replace all these seals and I do all that stuff, when I go to paint the vehicle,
you gotta do it again.
I have one of two options. Either take the whole car apart again to be able to remove these rubber pieces.
Right.
Well, now these new soft rubber pieces, I put tape underneath them and I try to peel it back and I try to get the paint under there as best as I can, but it's not as effective, right? So then you run into on the edges right here where the paint starts to fail, right on the edges next to the seals, and it's inherently not the best option. Then you go to mirrors, you go to remove the mirrors, all these pieces to get to these locks, you need to be able to be on the inside.
You need to strip down.
So now I'm taping the outside of this, and again, I'm not getting full coverage paint over the whole panel. It has a weakened edge right near the seal.
Right on.
So I usually tell people if you are trying to restore something, actually start with the outside, because then we can paint the vehicle, we can put new door seals in, we can do all that stuff at one time. Then you can purchase door panels, and those are easy to assemble. You can do, so we do outside to inside based on a, point of assembly.
Right.
So we can definitely accommodate all of this.
Right on. Do you also do the dash pad?
I do dash pads. Yep,
okay.
I can do that.
I'll buy that from LMC. Yep. Same thing. Bring it to you.
Yep.
You powder coat?
We do powder coat.
I'm going to go for a tan color seat, and we can match the coat as close as possible.
Yep.
If we powder coat the new dash pad, there's no need to buy a dash cover.
Right.
It'll be forever.
Yep.
So and I'll try to get a stereo in there, a basic stereo before we put the dash pad back on.
Yep.
You know,
Easy. And we do that also. We do gauges, we do stereo systems, we do electrical, we do full wiring harnesses. Literally, if you want to build a car, that's what we do.
we'll tell you what. I'm standing here. I don't know what your schedule is.
Yep.
You got a full restaurant.
Yep.
You want to do an estimate for the outside?
I sure can. And I can give you a pretty good, all I'll have to do is go in there, spend about 20 minutes, look up some seal kits. So I know what I'm doing hard cost on seal kits.
Also, be
tell me
aware.
if you want new badges and things like that as far as trim.
I want all the trim
Yep.
taken off.
Okay. So you want it deleted?
This remains.
Okay.
The top, and here the old man parked underneath the pine tree.
Yep, that's no big deal. That's easy to get off of there.
So blast all
factory
that.
stripes. Do you want those reintegrated?
I want the whole thing to be a solid Wimbledon white.
Okay, perfect.
As far as I know, color.
So trim delete Wimbledon white across.
Or listen, what color is this? The VIN will tell you.
Yeah, the VIN will look it up, but I'd have to look it up.
You know
I'm
what?
Not sure.
You know what?
Maybe similar to this color.
Maybe the original with this color would be better than
Over the whole thing.
White.
Okay.
Yeah.
Door handles and those things. Do you want those replaced, or do you just want to have them polished up? Okay, perfect.
The window guides inside, they rattle.
Yep. The new trim pieces on the inside, all that stuff will be done when I go look that up now. So basically the only real body work that we'll have then would be welding in all of the holes for the trim pieces and then just sanding those, grinding those down flush so then we can make sure that that's true.
Well, you'll check out the whole patient's skin.
Oh yeah, overall we'll do. I'm just saying, beyond,
I've
but
got
yeah.
dent here.
Okay.
I think he slid off the road once upon a time. This is indented here.
Okay. Yep. So we'll have a little bit of body work to do, but
all that
crazy.
stuff needs to go. All these
fully
decals.
Stripped. Yep. We can fully strip all that stuff down. That's easy.
Real pretty.
So let me grab my body guy real quick. Have a look at a couple things here, but this is going to be pretty simple to take care of. No big deal.
He wants paint and body quote. He was gonna come and grab you.
Tire tech at the moment.
Tire tech.
Oh, what?
Yeah, I like the wheels.
I've seen this guy.
I seen this. I don't see them.
Okay, so looking at this, obviously, some tailed shoes. No. Shell gated shoes. Yeah. That's what I was thinking, because I mean, this is going to be something that we can access fairly readily. This is a 80s, we can find the shit. Couple little damages here. That's no problem. Basically, delete all trim on the outside, right? So full trim delete. Except for the custom and F-150. Those are the badges will stay. Perfect. And delete on everything else. So we'll weld all this in, body that in. Solid one color, all the factory original cream. He wants over the full vehicle.
All cream?
Yep, all cream. And he wants to do interior and exterior. Oh shit. So basically, because it's brown, right? And he wants us to do the interior anyways. What I would say is we'll probably end up pulling A-pillars and door panels and at least do interior doors and pillars and jambs. So then that way that cream goes to the inside, and when we put the interior back in, at least we're covering. We're not going to do whole cab, whole cab, but just
like door off.
A-pillars back, right?
Yeah.
And then I'm going to replace all the door seals and all that stuff. I told him he wanted to do interior first. I said, you always do paint first because of things like this. You're going to have the interior part afterwards or a part, with this shit. So if you were to say, body work on this thing, just body work as far as time that you think for all weld in all the holes, but body work for skim coating all of the trim pieces and then going through and doing these repairs on these sections. We'll replace the tailgate. That won't get too crazy. And then this shit to this finger up here. So give me a time that you think that it'll take to get it to final primer, ready for paint.
Right.
Body and
4
primer.
to 6 hours in metal to get it to Bondo.
Yep.
And the full thing.
It's actually got pushed in a little bit. Look at the bumper. So
yeah.
So that was a little bit of a fucking hoon. So he needs a bumper in there too.
So once we get to Bondo, probably Whole thing. Well, the hood looks okay. Doors look okay. It'll be fender. Bed sides.
Yep, bed sides are going to need to be pulled out on that side only. There's only this
Yeah,
side,
yeah,
but,
just those.
but
Well,
front and
that
back.
little bit.
Yeah, front and rear.
Like 30, 40. Honestly, it's only a 2-door. So 30 hours, 6 hours metal. That would get it into primer. 36 differentiating your metal and body hours. 40. I don't want to call it 40. It would depend 40 to 60 hours after doing the metal work to see what I can get this out like, what I can get those lines to shape out into.
A week and a half.
Yeah.
To get it to where it's blocked back out.
Yeah.
And pretty much ready for paint.
Ready for primer. Yep.
Or ready for primer.
Yep.
So then after primer, we do a heavy stage of primer, and then you need another day to block it.
3.
So 3 days to block it.
Mm-hmm.
So 60. So, or not 60, but 60 plus I call it another 20. So
yeah.
So 80 hours.
Yeah.
Okay. To get blocked out, and then paint time. Seal it and paint it.
Yeah, seal and paint. Yeah. 12 hours a day. Wet sand and buff is the question.
Yep.
Single stage?
Nope.
We would get this cream and base clear.
Yep.
Okay.
So that's another 2 days.
Question is disassembly as well. Taking the doors apart would be the only thing I think we would need to do, because the hood matches into the cream color on the fender. We don't need to do those jams. So it'd be doors off.
Yeah, and all the seam sections are creamed on the lower. So
with
doors off.
wet sand and buffing, we'll call the paint process another 30 hours. Day to paint it.
So okay, so then we'll call that
20 hours.
120.
Yeah,
120 for 80 or 110. Excuse me, 80 to plus 30, so that's 110 hours.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Plus materials of probably $2,500 total cost.
Mm-hmm.
Bondo and fucking shit like that.
Bondo,
and fucking primer and whatever.
Steel studs, because there's gonna be a lot of dent pulling.
Yep.
The weld studs.
110 hours plus fucking.
That right there, that'll be trying to get out.
Yep. Okay. All right. Now I'm gonna go do math.
We got one there also.
Oh, that's this guy.
Another one.
Or another
no.
one? Different guy?
Fucking
The guy with the farmer. He looks kind of like a farmer. Mechanic.
Nah, it's the car.
It's a different guy.
Nah, he'll see.
Oh man.
Yeah, he'll see.
Okay.
Now I got 3 customers staring at me right now. One that's gonna want to pick up the panels for the fucking FJ. One that wants to ask questions about the motherfucking Thunderbird or the Firebird that I haven't even looked at yet because it's been a crazy day. And then the dude in there that's wanting this estimate right now.
Oh, he's ready to pick up the car. I'll grab the keys and give that back to him. I haven't looked at it today.
It's Friday, right?
What's going
Today's
on?
Friday?
It's fucking coughing.
Yeah.
Up high?
No. Right off the fucking.
I haven't
shit.
done much with it.
No.
Drive around the park.
No, I know. Yeah, I know. If you stab it hard, it just fucking coughs. And so it's in the fucking stupid accelerator pump. Where is that thing? It's up front. Up front. Can I take FJ? No. FJ? Yeah, they're paid. They're right next to your booth. Oh, that guy's paid for it. They're right next to your booth. I'm checking my fucking Venmo, but he was supposed to pay Venmo. Huh? Quick question, because I got to ask 5 questions. What number is that? Would you banana? Banana.
Here, be his assistant and help. Yeah, I knew that.
Come on back. You want to grab one? Or,
No, well, we got him.
yeah. I didn't see it. He walked right past it, so.
Oh, man.
like 'em.
They blend in.
Dude, they look great. Good. We ended up going full post, getting it, and we were able to grind down to the metal and actually just weld it to it. So it's a whole new post. Oh, great. Yeah, well.
My buddy's trying to Venmo you. You need the last 4 digits or whatever the phone number, I guess.
Oh, okay.
And then it's Let me double check. I believe it's 0245.
Yeah. It's gonna check.
Okay.